Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We're in Dungeon Crawl Classics today. For this video, we're going to continue the critical hits. And if I would have planned ahead, I would have looked up the page. '82. And we went over in the first video, this is the second video on critical hits, we went over how critical hits are handled, and then the table 1, which is for 0 level characters and wizards, and the table 2, which is for all thieves and elves. We're going to look at the table number 3, which is for clerics, halflings, level 1 to 2 warriors, and level 1 to 3 dwarves. So, without further ado, we'll look into this. This first table for table 3 goes to 28. The second table goes to 24. And then the third table we're looking at, which will be table number 5, is for warriors that are 5th level or higher, or dwarves that are 6th level or higher, and that goes to 28. And that'll be all the critical hit tables. So let's dive in. On a roll of 0 or less for your critical hit table roll, battle rage makes friend and foe indistinguishable. Foe is hit for plus 1d12 points of damage, and the ally nearest to him is also hit by the rebounding blow for 1d4 damage. On a roll of a 1, savage attack. Inflict plus 1d6 damage with this strike. On a roll of a 2, attack sweeps foe off his feet. Next round, the enemy is prone. On a roll of a 3, foe steps into attack. Inflict plus 1d8 points of damage with this strike. On a roll of a 4, powerful strike hammers foe to his knees. Make another attack. On a roll of a 5, smash foe's nose in an explosion of blood. Inflict plus 1d6 damage with this strike, and the foe loses his sense of smell for 1d4 hours. On a roll of a 6, brutal strike to torso. Inflict plus 1d8 points of damage with this strike, and the foe suffers multiple broken ribs. On a roll of a 7, strike to hand knocks weapon into the air. The weapon lands 1d20 plus 5 feet away. On a roll of an 8, blow caroms off skull. Deafening foe for 1d6 days. Inflict plus 1d6 damage with this strike. On a roll of a 9, strike to leg, splinters femur. Inflict plus 2d6 damage with this strike, and foe loses 10 feet of movement until healed. On a roll of a 10, sunder foe's weapon. Shards of metal fill the air. Roll of 11, strike hammers foe's belly, causing massive internal bleeding. Unless he receives magical healing, the foe dies in 1d5 hours. On a roll of a 12, blow to cranium, staggers foe. The foe must make a fortitude save DC 10 plus the PC level, or sink to the floor unconscious. On a roll of a 13, strike breaks foe's jaw. Blood and shattered teeth ooze down the foe's face. Inflict plus 1d8 points of damage with this strike. On a roll of a 14, attack hammers foe's torso. Inflict plus 2d8 damage with this strike. A roll of a 15, strike dislocates shoulder. Inflict plus 1d8 points of damage, and the shield arm hangs loosely by muscle and skin. No AC bonus from the shield. Roll of a 16, attack reduces foe's attack hand to formless tissue. -4 penalty to future attacks. Roll of a 17, furious blows hammer target prone. Make another attack. Roll of an 18, blow hammers shards of bone into the foe's forebrain. Gray matter oozes out. Inflict plus 1d8 points of damage with this strike, and the foe suffers 1d4 points of intel and per loss. So intelligence and what's the other one? Personality loss. On a roll of a 19, devastating strike to the chest, inflict plus 2d8 points of damage with this strike. Roll of a 20. Chest strike stuns foe for 1d3 rounds, inflict plus 1d8 points of damage with this strike. Roll of a 21. Strike to leg shatters femur, knocking foe to the ground. Foe's movement drops by half. Inflict plus 2d8 damage with this strike and make another attack. Roll of a 22. Weapon arm sundered by strike. The weapon is lost along with any chance of making an attack with this arm. 23. Blow crater skull. Inflict plus 2d8 points of damage with this strike. The target is permanently loses 1d4 intelligence and personality. Roll of a 24. Masterful strike to the throat. Inflict plus 2d8 points of damage with this strike, and the foe staggers about, gasping for air for 1d4 rounds. 25. Attack punches shattered ribs through lungs. Foe loses 50% of his remaining hit points and vomits copious amounts of blood. On a roll of 26, attack shatters foe's face, destroying both eyes, inflicting plus 2d8 points of damage with this strike, and the foe is permanently blinded. On a roll of 27, crushing blow hammers chest, inflict plus 3d8 damage with this strike, and the foe must make a fortitude save DC 15 plus the PC level, or be knocked unconscious. A roll of 28 or higher, blow destroys spinal column, inflict plus 3d8 points of damage with this strike, and the foe must make a fortitude save equal to DC equal to 15 plus the PC level, or suffer paralysis. Now we're on table 4, which is for level 3 to 4 warriors and level 4 to 5 dwarves. So roll of a 0 or less, battle rage makes friend and foe indistinguishable. Foe is hit for plus 2d8 damage, and the ally nearest to him is also hit by a rebounding blow for 1d4 damage. On a 1, Herculean blow, inflict plus 2d12 damage with this strike. On a 2, ferocious strike leaves foe's weapon hand dangling from the stump of a wrist. Inflict plus 1d12 damage with this strike. On a roll of a 3, strike sweeps foe to the ground. Inflict plus 1d12 damage with the strike and make another attack on the prone enemy. Roll of a 4, hammering blow drives nose cartilage into the brain, inflicting plus 1d12 points of damage with the strike, and the foe suffers a minus 1d6 intelligence loss. On a 5, the foe's weapon is shattered. If the foe has no weapon, inflict plus 2d12 points of damage with this strike. On a 6, strike shatters foe's breastbone. The foe must make a fortitude save, DC is 15 plus the PC level, or fall unconscious, as his internal organs collapse. On a 7, foes driven back by furious assault, inflict plus 2d12 damage with this strike, and the foe forgoes his next attack. On an 8, concussive strike leaves foe dazed, inflict plus 1d8 points of damage with this strike, and make a second attack. On a 9, blow to throat carries through the spinal column, reducing everything in between to pasty mush, inflicting plus 2d12 points of damage with this strike, and the foe loses speech for 1d4 weeks. On a 10, blow craters temple. The foe must make a fortitude save, DC 15 plus PC level, or be blinded by pain and blood for 1d4 rounds. On an 11, strike reduces face to formless mass of flesh and bone fragments, inflict plus 2d12 damage with this strike, and the foe has trouble making hard consonants. On a 12, you see red, inflict plus 1d12 points of damage with this strike as you are overcome by battle rage. On a 13, hammering strike to torso crushes lesser or organs into paste. Inflict plus 2d12 damage with this strike. On a 14, blow to spinal column numbs lower limbs. The foe suffers a -4 penalty to AC as he has to learn to walk again. On a 15, fearsome strike drives enemy to the blood-splattered floor. Foe cowers in fear, prone for 1d4 rounds. On a 16, blow shatters shield, inflicting plus 2d12 points of damage with this strike. If the foe has no shield, he is stunned by pain for 1d4 rounds. On a 17, foe's kneecap explodes into red mist. Foe's movement drops to 0, and you make another attack. 18. Frontal lobotomy. Inflict plus 1d12 points of damage with this strike, and the foe must make a fortitude save, DC's 15 plus the PC level, or suffer amnesia. The foe is stunned for 1d4 rounds regardless. On a 19, strike to weapon arm. Foe takes triple damage from his own weapon as it is hammered into his face. Foe drops weapon and dumbfounded all. On a 20, blow crushes spinal cord, inflict plus 3d12 damage with this strike, and the foe must make a fortitude save equal to the PC level plus 15 DC, or suffer permanent paralysis. On a 21, blow reduces internal organs into jelly. Death is inevitable in 1d8 rounds. On a 22, target is disemboweled, spilling his entrails into the ground. The foe dies in shock in 1d6 rounds. On a 23, the strike is to the chest explodes heart, inflicting 3d12 damage with this strike, and the foe must make a fortitude save, DC 15 plus PC level, or die instantly. On a 24, skull crushed like a melon, inflict plus 3d12 damage with this strike, and the foe must make a fortitude save, DC's 20 plus the PC level, or die in 1d3 rounds. Now we're on the final critical hit table. So this is critical hit table number 5. Your warriors need to be level 5 or higher, and your dwarves need to be level 6 or higher to roll on this critical table. On a 0 or less, battle rage makes friends and foes indistinguishable. Foes hit for plus 3d8 damage, and the ally nearest to him is also hit by a rebounding blow for 1d4 damage. On a 1, the foe's weapon's shattered. If the foe has no weapon, inflict plus 3d12 damage with this strike. On a 2, Furious Assault hurls foe back 1d10 feet. Any adjacent foe accidentally strike the target for damage. On a 3, blow to skull destroys ear, inflicting 1d12 damage with this strike, and the foe suffers permanent deafness. On a 4, strike to the gut. The foe must make a fortitude save equal to 20 plus the PC level, or spend the next 2 rounds retching bile from a ruptured stomach. On a 5, the foe casts weapon away and wails for mercy, inflicting plus 1d12 points of damage with this strike, and make another attack. On a 6, strike scalps foe. Blood courses down his face, and the foe is effectively blinded until healed. On a 7, foe entangled in your weapon, reducing his AC by -6 while caught. Make another attack. On an 8 through 12, you see red. Inflict plus 1d12 damage with this strike, and you are overcome by battle rage. On a 13 through 14, strike to weapon arm. Foe takes quadruple damage from his own weapon as it is hammered into his face. Foe drops weapon and dumbfounded all. On a 15, blow sunder shield, inflicting 2d12 damage with this strike. If the foe has no shield, he must make a fortitude save, DC's 20 plus the PC level, or be knocked unconscious from the pain. On a 16, strike to top of the skull shortens spinal column, shortening foe by 6 inches. Resulting nerve damage reduces foe's AC by -4. 17. Target is disemboweled, spilling his entrails onto the ground. Foe dies instantly of shock. On an 18, blow destroys target's face. Foe is immediately rendered blind and deaf and is now capable of only wet gurgling sounds. On a 19, strike removes crown of target skull. Foe dies from exposed brain matter in 3d3 rounds. On a 20, blow severs shield arm, inflicting 2d12 damage with this strike. Foe's hopes of two-handed weapon mastery are dashed. 21, godly attack. Inflict plus 3d12 damage with this strike. If the target dies, move up 10 feet and make another attack on any foe within 10 feet. On a 22, blow severs leg. Inflict 2d12 damage with this strike. The foe's movement drops to 0. Foe does nothing but wail in agony for 1d4 rounds. On a 23, strike to skull stuns foe for 1d4 plus 1 rounds and permanently reduces intelligence by 1d12. Make another attack on your inert foe. On a 24, strike severs weapon arm, inflicting plus 2d12 damage with this strike, and the foe is disarmed literally and figuratively. On a 25, devastating strike to torso, voids foe's bowels and crushes organs into paste. Foe loses 50% of current hit points and all dignity. 26. Strike crushes throat. Foe begins drowning in his own blood and expires in 1d4 rounds. On a 27, crippling blow to the spine, inflicting plus 4d12 damage with this strike, and the foe suffers permanent paralysis. On a 28 or higher, foe is decapitated with a single strike. You are death incarnate. Continue to make attacks against any foe within 10 feet until you miss. That's a very impressive critical hit table. And that's the 3 critical hit tables that we didn't go over last time. So that's all the critical hit tables. In addition to that, we have the critical fumble table, which I will go over next time. So that'll be the next video. Until we all game again, guys.